Hello, my name is Ethan, and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile. Oh, Expedition League 3.15. I messed up. Holy shit, I'm so used to saying ultimatum. So, we're going into Reaper and Absolution. So, Reaper's the one that people care the most about. Let me show you what I mean by this. So, Reaper, I'll show you what it is. But first, I gotta show you this. Flashbang. Boom, boom. Reaper, 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 Reaper. Everybody wants the Reaper. So what the heck is a Reaper? Let me show you guys the trailer. So in the announcement stream, they showed us this new skill. It's a Reaper. You can summon a Reaper for the Necromancer Ascendancy. They made a new skill for each Ascendancy. So 19 new skills. And now let me show you what this is.
Summon Reaper creates a single powerful minion that uses fast melee physical attacks which cause bleeding. While the Reaper is active, you can use the skill again to direct the Reaper to a specific location, dealing a powerful attack along its path. The Reaper wants to be your only minion. It reduces the life and damage of your other minions, and will consume them to heal itself and gain damage and speed buffs. When designing this new skill for the Necromancer, we wanted to explore the idea of having a single ultimate minion. While there were ways to somewhat achieve this before, the Reaper is quite different in its abilities and interactions with other minions. It also feels much more active and directly under your control. One quick note though, the Reaper will absolutely eat your animated guardian.
No!
Forbidden.
What? Okay, so now everyone wants to know what I think about this. It's the ultimate minion, guys. It kills your animate guardian. It killed our carry-on golems. It is the solo god. This thing will dominate the new game. They nerf all this shit, bro. The game's fucking... It's ruined. Look at this. One Reaper is gonna destroy everything. You're gonna AFK a Blight map with a Reaper. So, we have the skill gem here. I noticed the first thing... Physical tag. Also, I must say that trailer, like, it's so fucking cool. The way it slashes and shit. And then you can see when he activated it, it did a dash. And it literally flew across the entire fucking screen, killing everything in its path. Based on you casting it, which was really fucking strong and cool. It has a cooldown of 5 seconds, a cast time of 1 second, physical scaling. So you could use cold iron points with this, and it killed our own carry-on golem, what it says is, summons a powerful Reaper which uses a variety of slashing area attacks. It's full AoE. All AoE built in. No need to put AoE on it. The Reaper's presence weakens your other minions. So it says here, Reapers cause your non-Reaper minions to deal 20% less damage, and have 20% less life. Okay. So it weakens your other minions. So this would be your solo carry minion. Otherwise, it's inefficient to scale these, obviously. And it will consume them to temporarily empower and heal itself. So it has built-in sustain off of your own minions. And using this skill while the Reaper is already summoned causes it to dash to the targeted location. And that's the powerful attack. You see the powerful slash. It's fucking insane. And so it has a 50% chance to inflict bleeding. And so this powerful attack, we don't know the numbers yet, but this might have a really high damage, and therefore it can inflict a really big bleed, and this could be really cool. And then the fast attacks can be used with bodyguards. It's this support on the cluster jewels, medium, minion max life cluster jewels, medium, and you can get bodyguards, which is a 10% chance to knock enemies back on hit, which works on most bosses except for the really, really big endgame bosses. So map bosses, most of them can be knocked back, and knocking back a bleeding enemy causes them to take like triple damage from bleed. So it goes from 70% damage to 210% damage on bleed, just from them moving, which moving counts as being knocked back. And you could use bodyguards with Summon Reaper. I have some more stuff to think about. It was pointed out to be by Mr. Plow Subserb. He said, hey, we haven't even seen the alt quality versions of this yet. There might be some really cool things like an extra Reaper. Maybe it can have reduce something, reduces the amount that it reduces, like deals to your allies, reduces your ally damage. Maybe it reduces the amount that the less life is affecting your allies. I said it might increase the chance to inflict bleeding. He also pointed out that maybe it won't consume your minions and get the buff for free. That would be insane if they did that. There's a lot of potential things they could possibly do with alt quality gems, and this really makes it broken. But let's throw that away because that's just hypothetical, theoretical. We don't know this for sure. Let's just go with what it is. So a physical minion spell that consumes your non-Reaper minions, which would, in our eyes, goodbye Spectres, because you're not going to be resummoning a specific Spectre while playing. That's ridiculous. And goodbye your Animate Guardian, as already shown in the trailer. You're not going to put items onto an Animate Guardian just for him to be consumed within 5 seconds. So this would be most likely used with skeletons, summon Raging Spirit, and the best of all, golems, because we have the golems. Summon golems are resummoned 4 seconds after being killed on the Elementalist Ascendancy, which we saw in the last video that with the flask changes, they might have hurt our elemental ailment immune with flask because you can only get 1 second of immunity to shock using the flask, compared to full elemental ailment immune for golem stacking. And if you get enough golems, then losing one and having it respawn after 4 seconds will be fine, because as we saw in the trailer, the time it takes for him to consume another minion is 4 or 5 seconds. Maybe he consumes faster if he's losing a lot of life. I don't know how this Reaper fully works yet. Obviously, we haven't seen everything. But for now, based on what we've seen, this Elementalist, Liege of the Primordial, resummoning golem seems to be able to sustain it. And then how the targeting works, like which golem it chooses to kill. We did see that both times in the trailer, it killed the carry-on golem over the flame golem. So maybe there is some prioritization where it prioritizes the carry-on golem first, which isn't that bad, and then maybe you keep your stone and your chaos golem up, which could be nice, and we could have the whole elementalist ascendancy, which I expect to be changed because of the burning arrow stuff that happened last season, but we'll see. We don't know for sure yet, but the Reaper looks really, really cool, and we already have an idea of how to make this work, so we can take the maximum benefit from it. We don't need the damage from our non-Reaper minions. We don't need the life because they can just resummon anyways. They're immune to elemental damage. They should be the strongest minion we have, even with 20% less life. And then the damage doesn't matter. We get free bleeding, 10% more damage with bleeding. They have a really powerful attack on the Reaper. This looks really fucking cool. Maybe one of the alt qualities will reduce the cooldown so you can cast this more, and maybe some cast speed would be nice because 1 second cast time is kind of long. But overall, this looks really fucking sick, and the biggest thing that got me going is how much everybody wanted to see the Reaper. Not even including my stream. Everyone was excited about the Reaper. I hung out in some other streams. Everyone's excited for the Reaper. They were like, I knew it! I knew you'd get a new minion. It's like, yeah, there you go, dude. We gotta make a Reaper build. We have to make this work. Let's fucking go, man. Let's see what it can do. But then, we also had Absolution. Very quick. This is lightning, physical, spell, minion, duration, AoE. So it's like Dom Blow, where you mark an enemy, and then if the enemy's killed in the duration, then it will summon the sentinels. The difference of this is it's a spell, so you can do it from range, which is kind of nice, because it seems to be easier to mark the enemies than walking up to them and punching. So that's cool. And then the second thing I noticed is this only summons 3 Sentinels of Absolution, and this spell and the minions convert 50% of the phys damage to lightning, which, from what I know, phys to lightning is meh, and if we wanted to do like this, and we did elemental equilibrium, we would weaken lightning, which means that the 50% lightning is weakened with elemental equilibrium, and if you use Triad Grip, 4 green, to convert this to cold, 50% converts to physical, converts to lightning first, and only 50% goes to cold because the conversion goes physical, lightning, cold, fire. So it actually goes to lightning first, and then cold, so I think that the triad grip conversion won't work for this, and so you will actually reduce the damage of the Absolution, but you could use this to trigger the elemental equilibrium for your actual things that you convert to cold, and then you have some extra minions on top of it. Like, it's not that bad as a choice, an option to proc your elemental equilibrium. In theory, it isn't that bad, and the cast time's only 0.75. We saw that the Reaper is 1 second, a skeleton is 0.5, SRS is 0.5, summon Raging Spirit is 0.5. But overall, I'm really excited for the Reaper. I hope the numbers are there to help like make this an actual thing, because if the numbers suck, this has a lot of downsides. I pointed out no Spectres, no Animate Guardian. Just that alone means Culling Strike, Curse on hit, nearby enemies take 9% increased damage, the anti-crit or nearby enemies are blinded. This also includes the crit multi from the Kingmaker. It includes the Culling Strike. It includes so much stuff on just the Animate Guardian alone. And then you have the Spectres, which is Frenzy and Power Charges. Sure, we can augment that with Necromantic Aegis, giving up a shield and giving the Reaper some Frenzies and Power Charges. But I'm just pointing out that these are clear downsides that are extremely obvious compared to my normal minions that I am allowed to use my support support AG and my support Spectres. This already starts from a deficit, so it has to have some things to make up for it, and the fact that it will also kill your other minions, including golems, making us potentially have to go elementalist just to get them automatically respawned. These are very clear downsides. Hopefully the numbers are there, that this is an actual thing that you can play and it's viable, because this looks really fucking cool. It's new. I want to try it. Everybody wants to try it. Everybody wants to see it, and therefore I'd like to be able to make a really good build out of it that people can play and enjoy for this season. Because maybe this is what people are looking forward to now that they've seen the new stuff, and I hope I can bring it to you guys. Either way, that's everything I have for now about the new 2 minions. Those are my thoughts on it. So overall, I like the Reaper. It looks really fucking sick. It looks really cool in game. Hopefully we could full clear, kill all the bosses, AFK Blight, do everything we want to do with it, and figure out how to make this work, and hopefully the numbers are there. And Absolution looks pretty interesting. A little bit awkward as well, but again, it looks almost like a better Dawn Blow, but has its own downsides again to make up for the fact that it has maybe some easier proccing, because it's a ranged spell and it's a spell, so that's different than the attack of Dawn Blow. So this is pretty interesting, and I'm glad. I just want to put this out there, I'm glad and happy they made both of these, and I encourage any new minions created, and I won't put them down even if the numbers are bad, because if it's just numbers, they can increase them, and that's fine. Like, that's really easy. But the fundamental, like what they are, what they do, and how fucking cool and unique these are, they're really cool, and I'm really glad they made them. Thank you, GGG. This is sick. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you guys are as excited as I am for the new expansion Expedition. This shit is fucking sick. Maybe we could league start Reaper skeletons into level 28. Reaper, keep the skeletons to buff up the Reaper by sacrificing or consuming the skeletons to use the Reaper, and maybe the Reaper's just good enough to clear the entire campaign and go and beat up Katava and get us to maps, and we scale it up with some cold iron points, and we're fucking strong as shit day 1, day 2. Like, oh my god, that would be actually really insane. And you don't even need to go Spectres, you don't ever need to buy an Animate Guardian. Delving might be really easy with the Reaper because it's just 1 minion, and we can make him tanky enough, hopefully, and even if we can't, we can heal him with our other minions. There's so much potential here. We also have to find out what the consuming buff actually is, because it says temporarily empower. This could be a lot of things, but my main idea was that it would just be increased damage or more damage from consuming a minion recently, but we don't know for sure. Either way, I'm going to take this opportunity to thank my Patreon, my YouTube members who financially support the channel. Thank you guys for all the support, and thank you to anyone new who joins the Patreon of the YouTube members today, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!